Greetings, Ani, Bojo, Kwekwe, Tansi, Scano. Hello, it's Catherine and Brian at Moonstarlodge, and we are an Indigenous teaching lodge in the Georgian Bay area of South Central Ontario. Here with all things cartomancy, which I've been doing since 1974 officially, and I love the archetypes and I love the support that the cards bring us. So we're here with the weekly reading for March 25th to the 31st. It's nearly the end of my birthday month. I haven't frolicked nearly enough, so we're going to have some frolic time in here, she says, hoping Brian is still paying attention. And this is an interesting set of cards. Last week I had to have Brian douse just about everything I picked because it was so unsure. This week the energies have coalesced and it's a beautiful read. So let's go to the cards, Brian. So what better for a full moon in apogee? What that means is the path that the moon takes around the earth is not a circular path, but an ellipse, or it's an oval shape. And so when the moon is in apogee, it's at the farthest away it could be from the earth and still be gravitationally connected to it. So in shamanic culture, and I'm practicing shaman, we do journeys and rituals, and this is an important full moon in Looks Far Woman because there's also a partial lunar eclipse, and it will be visible on this 25th. So we have the Magician. Who better? In olden decks, he was the battleur, or the con man, the scam artist. But as time has evolved, the archetype for the magician has evolved into the alchemist, and the ability to juggle all the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, to manifest change. So we're taking on the energies of the alchemist here as we look to get rid of that which does not serve. And it's interesting because it's clarified by the Justice card. What we are alchemizing creates a sense of justice, not only for ourselves, but this will impact others. So I'm curious to see how this reads out. Our Magician is followed by the King of Swords, and I'm using another tarot deck to clarify this. And who do we pull separately? The Queen of Swords. So we have this yin-yang balance of knowing exactly what's right for the collective, and the Queen is cutting out that which does not serve us. The sword is also prominent here with the Magician, and Justice also carries a sword. So this is interesting. We have 4 swords, and before I get to this card, there's a scythe. We are clarifying, we're bringing a clarity about what's coming up by getting rid of that which no longer serves us, and the clarity is going to feel like being hit by lightning. Judging what's in our best interest is ours and ours alone to do. As I said, it's clarified here by the scythe, which is a getting rid of stuff. It's almost comes across as brutal, but sometimes getting rid of even just clutter in the home, when we have emotional ties and things that take us down the proverbial rabbit hole, it's very hard, and then we have stagnancy of energy. There is no stagnancy here. As we know, swords are air, and air is mental, thinking, interchange, communication, a lot of communication, swift communication, a clarity that cannot be questioned. So we're moving here to the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new earthly, material, third dimensional beginning of something. Could be job, could be financial changes, could be a new home, could be a new marriage, whatever. It's clarified by the card for will, and will relates to the waxing gibbous 4 phase of the moon. It is through sheer will and determination that we bring the clarity into this new beginning, and that is absolutely perfect. Now, the back to the rabbit hole possibility is this 7 of Cups. We're going to be apparently presented with a whole lot of options and opportunities, and some of them could be very good and others not so much. We need to remember what we've planted in this season of planting. This is the planting moon. So growth is the card clarifying here. What we focus on will grow. So we have to make sure we aren't steering away or relaxing our vigil. These cards over here are very vigilant. They're very clear and very purposed and focused. This can take us into the area of illusion and take us far away from the clarity if we're not careful. But I am sensing from the cards on either side and at the beginning of the week that clarity will rule. Clearly it must. And that growth will happen from what it is we do focus on. Remember that energy flows where attention goes. So when our attention stays focused on the right thing, good growth will happen. The 7 of Cups is followed by the 10 of Wands, which is the end of a cycle. This person has harvested all his wands, and it's a burden. It's an ending, though. We need to let down the burden, and we need to, what the card says here, the clarifier, is to rise up. Stand up. Drop the burden. What we've gotten rid of is no longer something we need to carry. I'll say that 5 times if I have to in this reading. What we have gotten rid of, we no longer need to carry. That's old stuff, and it's just conditioning that we still carry it. So rise up and look the new journey in the face. When we rise up, we see that we really, instead of being burdened and focused on the old, we are now in the moment focused on the good things in life. This is an interesting blend of kind of the weird part of Cups that can throw us off into the gratitude space. And this is such a pure gratitude, being grateful for everything we have and accounting for everything we have. It's curious to me that in this new deck, the River, this last card of the deck is when you pare something down right to its inner core. This card, the key word is gratitude. So gratitude and gratitude. We come out through, we let down our burden, we rise up, and we are grateful because we've gotten rid of the things through the archetypes and clarity of where we've put our energy. You can flip the camera, Brian. What an incredibly clear and directive reading for this last week of March, coming out of this full moon. And by this reading, of course, we're in Aries, so we're starting the new year. It's the spring, and how absolutely wonderful. Anyway, we thank you for staying with us here to the end. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe. By all means, send me a coffee. When you have received the registration for the classes, if you're interested in the classes, follow the links. And we appreciate you being here. Kachimigwech. Yo. Peace.